Hi guys, so I want to give you an overview of Module 2, and your Module 2 is due on February 4th at midnight. And I wanted to make sure that I went over all the parts of it and the expectations for this module so that you would understand exactly what I expect of you and to try to be proactive and answer some of the questions that you may have going into it. So as you open up the module, you'll see that this module looks like every other module. You have an overview and you have the objectives. I encourage you to look at those objectives so that you know exactly what you need to be able to do at the end of the objective, at the end of the module. Um, and the overview always tells you what you need to do in order to prepare and what needs to be turned in for grades. So just like in every module, you'll have 3 graded assignments. In this module, you'll actually have a homework worksheet to do. You'll have a forum to participate in that you need to participate in on 3 separate days. And then you'll have a lab to participate in. So the first thing you'll see is your link to your OpenStax reading assignment. Remember that as you go through the reading assignment, there are questions to do. You can choose to do those or you can choose not to, but doing them allows you to check your understanding of the book material, but I am not grading those questions. They are your own personal self-check material. The other thing I have available to you are lecture materials, and I'm going to point out to you what I think is very helpful. You have the videos that go with OpenStax. Some of those are helpful, some of them are more helpful than not. I find that they do a good job highlighting the basic concepts, but honestly, I find that the Khan Academy material that goes along with that goes along with your book works better. So if you click on the Khan Academy, what's nice about Khan Academy is that it really is a tutorial. It goes through and it not only gives you videos, short videos,
What I want to do in this
but it
video is
also follows it up. Each videos
I'd like to do in
are
this
followed up with notes that you can print out, and these notes actually come a lot of times from OpenStax. So um, I think it's really good, and also you're gonna find that there's little practice questions. And it allows you to practice what you've done. And it ties directly to what, and I really think this is a great way for you to prepare and gives you that instead of giving you a test where you have to take a test every semester or every module, it allows you to do your own self-check because these are the types of questions I'm going to ask you. So it gives you little quiz questions where you can take a quiz on everything, gives you feedback, it shows you how to do the questions. I really would encourage you as you go through the material to go through this and go through it and do the quizzes that go through this and um, practice what you're learning as you go through these videos and you go through the formulas and practice doing the problems because Khan has really done a great job with this. He's done a great job giving you practice questions that go along with the videos and go along with the concepts. So, and notes to print out with it too. So I suggest that you go through the Khan Academy and you read your textbook and do some of the practice problems in the textbook. Now, for my part of this, your first assignment in this class is for you to participate in the discussion forum. So the discussion forum has you post an initial post. So your first week is to go through the Khan Academy material and to go through the OpenStax material. And I want you to, by midnight on the 28th, I would like you to tell me if there's anything that you learned that you found interesting and anything that you think that's going to be challenging. So it could be that there's a problem that you've encountered in the book or a problem in Khan Academy or something in it. I want you to be very specific. I don't want you to BS this. I want you to take this seriously. If there's something that you think that you're confused about, or there's something, some concept that it could be very general, it could be very specific, but I don't want you to take this lightly. So your first post is for you to um, to really um, to really kind of self-reflect on what you've done so far getting prepared. So your first week is really going through the lecture material and reflecting on what you're learning and the practice material. And then take a look at your homework. And if there's a particular problem in the homework that you're just like, oh my God, I don't even know how to start it, post about that. And that should be done by midnight on the 28th. And then you need to respond constructively to at least 2 classmates on 2 different days by the 4th at midnight. So on your last module, I wasn't as, I didn't really ding you badly for the not, you know, responding to people on 3 different days, but it's important for you to participate in this class um, consistently, and that means participating regularly. So I want to see that during the first week you've at least, participated 1 day a week, 1 day during the first week, and 2 days during the second week. And so that means 3 separate days of participation during the whole module. Now, the other thing that you have to do is your homework, and you're going to download that homework, and then you're going to open it up. And it's a Word document, and if you're having problems opening up Word documents, you need to let me know, and we'll find a substitute for you, especially if you have a Chromebook. And you're going to make sure that you read the instructions. Each of these are going to be worth 5 points each, and there are 6 questions. And so you'll see that if you've done the Khan Academy stuff, you'll find that this is going to be similar to that. And so you'll actually be very glad that you did the Khan Academy material, because then you'll feel like, wow, I'm prepared for this and I have a lot of practice doing this. And so you're going to answer these questions. You're going to show all your work and write the equation. You're going to substitute in the units with numbers and box the final answer. All your answers should have 3 significant digits. And if you have to write an explanation, you will use complete answers. You'll show all your work, and then you will scan your document. Or if you take pictures, then you can take images and paste them into a document and save it as a PDF, or scan it as a PDF or Word document or RTF file, save it, and then upload it to the Blackboard link. So if you look at the Blackboard, at the homework one here, this is a link. So if you just click on it, then you can browse and upload that link here. Then that way, when I grade it, I can actually write feedback on it and give you some constructive feedback, and give you actual feedback on your homework. And then the last thing you're going to do is your lab. And so your lab actually has, the lab sheet is right here, but the files you will need need to be opened with Logger Pro. And your Logger Pro information is here. If you're having problems with that, you've got videos here, okay? And then in the orientation, you should have downloaded Logger Pro. If you're still having problems with that, let me know. I have uploaded new links to that, so you should not have problems with that. And then we have a velocity speed zip file here. You just open it up. And when you open that up, you'll need to move that over to your desktop. And when you do, you will see this blue file here. And this blue file says CMBL. That is a Logger Pro file. So when you open that up, you will open that up here. And sometimes when you open it up, you don't see the movie right away. You'll have to file, and you'll have to import the, you'll have to actually insert the movie, and you have to find that movie. So that movie is actually, actually let me show you how that works. So what I'm going to do is I am going to move this over to the desktop. Okay, so when I open this up, now this is on the desktop. When I open it up, the movie is in here. Okay, to start this, I just click on the start button. And I can see that as the toy car moves, I get a graph of the position versus time and his velocity versus time. As you learn about Logger Pro, you will learn that you have different tools up here. And one of the tools is called the Examine button. If you click on that, then when you drag your cursor over your graphs at different times, at this particular time, I can see that this car has a position of 0.03 meters on the x-axis and a speed of 0.245 meters per second. And at the 2-second mark, he has a speed of 0.892 meters per second, and he's at the 0.562 meter mark, and so forth. Okay, so I have, I can get some information about this car, and I can look and see and whether he's traveling at a constant speed in the x direction, whether he's accelerating, getting slower, and that kind of thing. So you're going to be looking at the motion of this car. You're going to be determining whether he's accelerating. You're going to be determining whether he's traveling, when he's traveling at a constant speed, when he's not traveling at a constant speed, and that type of thing. When he comes to a stop, that type of thing. So you'll be answering some questions based on this. And I'm not going to go over the details of this because you're going to read about it in your lab sheet and follow the directions of it. I want to see how well you do with that. But in order to learn how to use Logger Pro, you'll have to go through some of the Logger Pro videos. So this will be kind of an exercise in you learning how to use Logger Pro. And so I'm not going to go too much into it other than that's kind of what you're doing. This is the whole point of this, is looking at the motion of this car. All right. Once again, you're going to have this lab sheet that you'll open up, and I've provided it to you as a document, as a doc file. And you'll open it up, and it's got the instructions for it. And as you go through it, you'll answer your questions on it, and you'll save your work. You'll use complete sentences when you're supposed to, and all that good stuff. You'll answer your questions. And then you'll save your work, and then you'll just upload it to this link right here that says Module 2 Lab. And you'll just upload it right here using the Browse My Computer button and submit it. And that will be due on the 4th as well. So this is kind of your first big, real module with all the assignments in it. And as you get used to using everything, you kind of get used to it. It's a little overwhelming at first, but if you have questions, please email me and I'll be glad to help you.